So this is Dr. Kavita Singh, Associate Professor in Department of Civil Engineering in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So today we are going to discuss topic called as digitization in GIS. So till now we have already discussed what are the types of data we use in GIS, like different spatial data, non-spatial data, and raster and vector also we have just learned a little bit about it, and how to input the data in GIS software. That also we have learned what is our catalog, what is our map, how to display the map, how to display the data, how to create a shapefile in our GIS. That all we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now creation of this data, we call it, every time we are saying we are converting spatial data to raster data to vector data, and we are using the spatial data to convert the vector information. So how we do it? So that all process we do through the digitization process. Okay. So digitization process is the process how we convert the normal map information or a paper map information to a digital format. So that we are going to learn today. So let us start with the contents. So our today's contents will be about digitization, tablets, and features in GIS, digitization in QGIS. So in the previous lecture, we have just discussed about ArcGIS, how it works, what are the different windows we use in ArcGIS to prepare a map. So prepare a map in ArcCatalog, to prepare a map in ArcMap. So that all we have seen. Now today we are going to see in QGIS. So QGIS is also a software of GIS, which is freely available in the internet. We can even download and we can just, it's a basic version, we can just practice the digitization process and all. So that all we are going to learn today. So first of all, what is digitization? So digitization, the word itself, digitization means converting the normal information or a paper map information to a digital format. Okay, so making it to digital, like we have a paper map, we have a printout of a map, we have a photo of any area. That all photo, all maps, that is in the paper format. If you want to convert it to the digital format, so what we'll be doing, we'll be converting that information either through scanning or either directly clicking the photo of that image or map. So digitization process is converting the information to digital, into digital. So that will be like, that is computer readable format. The computer can read the information in that format. We are going to convert the information. That's why it is called as digitization. So converting a analog data to a digital format is called as digitization. So digitization is a process of converting analog information to the digital format. Now what is analog information? Analog information is like this all paper formats, like if you take a paper map, let us say paper map, or something like on a paper also, if you write something, suppose this is a normal paper. So this paper, if I want to convert it into a digital format, if I want to view this paper in my computer system, then what generally we do is just we scan this map, right? We scan this map and later we try to convert this image information. It's like a paper is an image, right? We cannot change any information in the paper. So if you want to change the information, we have to convert it into digital format. So that is called as digitization. So converting the analog map to a, or analog paper to a digital format is called as digital data digitization. And that too, it should be computer readable format, because a paper format, it can't read. A computer cannot read. Computer cannot read the information. Computer cannot read the information from the paper format. So what we generally we do is we do the digitization process so that we can computer system should be able to read the information presented on paper. So digitization, how it is possible? In the earlier days, we were not having any software like QGIS or ArcGIS, any GIS software which was recently developed by easily. So in the early days, there was a digitizing tablet. We say digitizing tablet. So for example, this is the digitizing tablet. On the digitizing tablet, there will be a paper map. So this is the paper map. Okay. So paper map is fixed on the table. The paper map is fixed on the table, and with the help of the cursor, suppose this is the cursor. With the help of the cursor, this map was converted. So this our map which is fixed on the tablet. It is analog map. Okay, it is analog map. So this map, once the paper map is digitized, that means if the cursor is moved over this map like this, so same information will be converted. Like wherever the cursor will be moved, it will be connected to a system. This all information will be connected to the system, and later once you move this cursor, wherever you move, the whole information is converted here. It will be displayed here. Okay, it will be displayed here in the form of map. So that's what we used to do before when we are not having the software. So we were having a digitizing tablet. On the tablet, the paper maps were fixed and it was taped from all the sides. And slowly the cursor was moved for the digitization process. Now later, after digitization process, this analog information converted to the system information and it was displayed as a digital map. So used to digitize hard copy maps. That's what used to digitize. Digitizing tablets are used to digitize the hard copy map into GIS. So transform intersections into coordinates of the tablet coordinate system. And even it is used to transform the intersections into coordinates of the tablet coordinate system. So tape map to the digitizer, that's what I was saying. We can just fix a tape over all the corners of the digitizing tablet. Register control points on the map, estimate two conversion equations, one for vertical and other for the horizontal. So digitize vector, points, lines or polygon. Later, mouse on a screen digitizes paper maps, aerial photos and other photos of or other images. So this is a different software. So before we have seen the digitizing tablet, now here the digitization process can be done in the software also. Like the map is entered here as a raster format. So this is the map which is entered as a raster format. So that map will be either an image or either a clicked map. So which will be entered in the software, and later it is converted to a let us say converted to a soft copy like a digital image. So already this is in the digital format, but what we generally do is we try to convert this digital to the soft copy of the image So what we are doing, this paper map is also a digital image, and this paper map is also a digital image. And after this conversion of this digitization process, this also will be a digital image. Only the difference here is it's a soft copy of the digital image, because image we cannot do any corrections in the image. If there is an image, we cannot do any corrections in the image. Any corrections or modifications are there. Modifications cannot be done in the software or an image. So what we have to do is we have to just convert it using point, line and polygon. So this whole information will be later converted to the soft copy of the image. So this is how we do the digitization. Now in GIS how we do. So there are three features always we have discussed in the previous lectures also, that there are three shape files we say, or three features in GIS. Like we have single feature, node line endpoints, vertex points, control shape, lines and polygons. So we have three features here, like we have a single feature, we call it as point, okay, and we have some line feature, we call it as line feature. This is point and this is line, and here with the help of this vertex, this is called as vertex. The small boxes where you can see it is called as vertex. So if you join this vertex, if you come back here, just you join this vertex, it will become a polygon. So the combination of the vertex nodes will be forming a polygon, and two endpoints having two different nodes at the endpoints is called as line, and a single feature, simply a node or a point, is called as point feature. Okay. So now let us see how the point features are created. So if you want to create a point, what we have to do here, we have to add the raster map first of all. So raster map is added here. So in the raster map, here is the legend box where it is showing the point, river, let us say line and polygon. Okay, showing the point, line and polygon. So in the point you can see these are the points. Okay, points. All the plus sign where you can see here is these are all point features. So these point features are represented as locations. So it is showing as the point and it's a feature is point feature, and line feature you can see whenever you see this line it is showing as a linear feature. So this is converted from raster and this is the vector. So this is the vector image which is converted from the raster. So heads up digitizing single point features, sketch tool and snapping tools. Snapping features, points added as XY event files, points geocoded using the addresses. Now if you want to convert a line, so you can see here, always remember when you are going to digitize, what we are going to do is we are digitizing from raster to vector. So one digitalization process is like converting the analog to the digital map. Now later if you want to convert that digital map to the vector, so there is a different process for it. For example, background of this map, you can see these lines. These all lines are, what you can see here is raster. Okay, that means it's an image. Now this image, if I want to convert to vector, what I will do, I will just take the line feature. I will take the line feature and I will start digitizing. Digitizing means, for example, this line is already done for you to show. So if I want to digitize this whole line, so it has, the line has vertex. The small box is what you can see here is it's a vertex. And this red color is the end point. Wherever you're ending the line, it will show in the red color. So if I want to continue the line, I will draw this line. I will snap it here, draw, snap it here, draw, snap it here. So wherever I draw the line, so this will be, the background is already raster. This thing I am not going to change. This is not going to change. Later what will happen is that once I draw this line over this, that converts to vector. So if any editing if I want to do in this line, if I want to cut this line into two parts, I can cut the line because the data is converted to soft copy now. This is the image and this is the soft copy. Both are digital image. Only difference here is this is the image, background what you can see, these all lines. This is the image. We cannot do editing. If I want to extend this line, I can't extend this line. But if I want to convert this line to the vector, vector means if I start digitizing, if I take a line tool and if I start digitizing from here to here this end point, then what happens is from here I'll start from the next snapping I'll do here, next snapping I'll do here, third snapping I'll do here. Same the way if I want to digitize this line. So what I'll do is I'll start from here. This is vertex. I'll start from here. I'll snap it here. Again, this is the second vertex here. Again, I will do the third vertex here. So like this, I'll keep on digitizing from one corner to the other corner. Finally, I will end the point. I will snap it here. So this line will be converted to vector. Now vector means it's a soft copy. Soft copy can be easily modified. For example, whenever we type anything in Word format, we can just easily modify. You want to delete, if you want to extend the line, if you want to add any information, we can do it. But same information when it is in the image format, when it is in the paper format, we cannot do any editing in the paper format. So that's how the digitalization process in GIS it happens. So image will be taken as raster. Always we have to, when we are going for digitalization process, the initial image should be raster. So input file should be raster. So raster is your input file. Okay, input file. Raster is your input file, and vector is your output file. So we just input the raster image and we convert the information to the vector by just digitizing. Digitizing means we have to start drawing the line over the image. So that can be possible in the software. So it has a tool there. It has a tool like pen or editing tool. With the editing tool, we can just snap this one by one, and later we can finish and we can add the non-spatial information also. This is how it looks like. Now, polygons. So three or more lines join to form a closed area, single polygon or multi-part features. Now, what is a polygon? Same the way if just now I showed for the line. For the polygon also, what we have to do is we have to start digitizing from here. So this is the polygon which we have to digitize. So vertex, again vertex here, vertex here. So like this, if I try to do and digitize and close this feature, then it will become as a polygon feature in GIS. Now, digitization, like adding layers in QGIS software. Adding layers in QGIS software, this is the image of QGIS. So what is QGIS? Usually we call it as quantum GIS. Okay, quantum GIS will be helpful for digitization process. So if I want to digitize this in QGIS, so in QGIS we have our tabs like this: file, edit. So this is QGIS window. Okay, QGIS window. So here we have file, edit, view, layer, plugins, tools, help. So these are all tabs which are present in the QGIS window. So what happens generally if I want to add the raster, if I want to start the digitization process, so I have to go to the layer option and then I have to go with the add vector layer, add raster layer. So first I have to add the raster layer. Okay. So this is how from this process I can add a raster layer in QGIS, and then if I want to start digitizing, if I want to do any editing in the vector layer, so already the converted maps from raster to vector is called as vector layer. So this layer, if I want to add only the digitized map in the form of point line polygon, if I want to add, I have to use the add vector layer. Okay. Now digitization in QGIS, how the process goes on. So first thing what we have to do is adding layers. Adding layers are collection of geographic data. So which layer we are going to add? We are going to add raster layer, we are going to add vector layer, or any other information we are going to add. So that all information is called as layers. So layers reference a data source, and if ArcGIS Pro interprets data as a spatial, the data properties and the attributes specify how the layer draws on a map, scene, or a layout. So the data gathered in a layer is represented with points, line, shapes, or surfaces. Shapes like polygons or surfaces. Okay. So how we do generally is this is the window it looks like in QGIS. Okay. So in QGIS we have different tabs here, like file, edit option, view, layers, settings, plugins, database, vector, raster, help. So first thing, as I told you, when you want to do the digitization in GIS, so what is the procedure in the software? What is the procedure is, first thing what we have to do is add layers. Okay, add layers. So what are the layers we are going to add here? So the add layers, first thing is we have to add raster. Always remember we have to add raster. Then only the information can be converted to vector. Otherwise we can't do. So I have added an information here, add raster layer. You can see here, add raster layer. So immediately if I add raster layer, it will go to the location. It will go to the location drive where the data is saved. From there I can just browse and I can add the raster layer. So this is the raster layer here is 56K10. You can see here 56K10. So what is 56K10? This is the topo sheet actually. This is the topo sheet which is added to the software. So why the topo sheet is called as a raster layer? Because this topo sheet was already in the paper format. That means it was in the analog format, and the paper format was converted to the digital format. How it was converted? Through scanning. So in the previous lecture we have seen in the components of GIS, we should have the scanners plotted to convert the digital information from the analog information. So that all information is converted to raster. Now this topo sheet is converted to the digital format. Okay? Digital format. Now later what we have to do is, after adding layer, to convert this information what we can see in the background of this, we have a water tank here. Okay, water tank. You have some points here, you have some river, something like drainage pattern, small water tanks are there. So this information, it is in the which format? Image format. Okay, image format. So image format is called as raster. Image format is called as raster because this is in the form of grid cells. In the form of grid cells. Because this data is converted from analog to digital. Now all the data is converted into pixels, small pixels. If I zoom this map, I will be able to see the small pixels. Now if I want to convert this raster data to, now I'm going to convert to vector. So to converting to vector, first step what I have to do is, we have to create shapefile. Okay. So what is a shapefile here? So shapefile will be point, you can see here point, line, polygon. These three things are the shapefile here. So this whole information, either it has to convert into point, either line, either polygon. Okay, so first thing what I'll do is, I'll convert a point here. Okay, so if I want to convert a point here, I have to choose this point option. If I want to convert the line here, I have to choose the line option. If polygon is there, I have to choose the polygon option. So in the next slide we can see here, I have just converted this polygon. So through this I have just added this information. I have just given the name here and it is named as water body. Through this raster I have created this new shapefile. So this is the tool for creating the new shapefile, and this is the water body background. You can see this black color. This is the water body. Over this water body, the digitization has been done. Okay, so this is the vector now. This is the vector and this is the raster. Okay, so background, this 56K10 is raster, and the water body what you can see here is, which is created with the help of polygon, is called as vector. Now I have digitized here, like I have start from one corner. So here one vertex, again here one vertex, 3, 4. So as many curves we have to complete the polygon in small shots. Okay, like one shot I have taken here, then small, then again like this, so that the curve should be remain proper. Otherwise, if I do one shot here and if I take here, there will be a lot of error from here to here. So we have to see that if the curve is present, we have to take more number of points here, more number of vertex here. So this is small is called as vertex. Okay. So this is how now this information is converted to vector, and here background is raster. Okay, so this is how we can create polygon in QGIS. Now if I want to create a line in QGIS, so background you can see here is what is raster here again. So what I have to do for creating a line feature, I have to do add raster. Okay, add raster. So where is the raster here? 56K10 is the raster. I'll create a shapefile here called as road. So how to create the shapefile? Here new shapefile creation is there. I'll create a line shapefile saying as roads, and I will start from here. So I'll start digitizing one point here. If it is a straight line, you can just take less clicks. If curve is there, you have to take more clicks. Okay, keep on clicking like this. So here is the editing tool. With taking this editing tool, we start digitizing. If it is a line will be highlighting. If it is a point will be highlighting. If it is a polygon will be highlighting. So here we are using the line. So line is highlighted. Now we'll start doing this. We have digitized already. So we'll finish the endpoint here. So after finishing, we can add information to it. Information like metal road, unmetal road, any other NH highway is there or state highway is there. So same the way this line also will complete. So we'll just click on this editing tool. We'll take this line feature. We'll snap it here and we'll start like this. We have to just draw it. So one click we have to give. Here we apply. So the second line will be created here. So now this is the raster, background is raster, and the line which we can see here is, what is this? Vector. So I hope it's clear to you what is raster and what is vector. Always remember, when we are creating the vector information, we should use the raster as a background, and that is only the input file always, and the output file will be the vector file in the form of point, line, polygon. So here we have many features. If I want to digitize point, I will convert a shapefile like a point. I'll just click it here, and this will be our point feature. This will be our line feature, and this will be our polygon feature. So like this we can add here. So here 3 layers you can see here. For utility points, if I want to see, if I want to add the points, so these are the points I have added here, you can see. So later I can just click the new shapefile here again, convert it into creating point in QGIS, new shapefile. You have to create a new shapefile as a point feature. Now you can see here point is highlighted. Point is highlighted. Okay, so this is how we can just create the whole information, the entire information. This entire information can be created by using point, line, polygon. So this all information, point, line, polygon is vector. And what is raster here is? Raster is this background image 56K10. So that is only the image format. Okay, so this is how we do in QGIS. So this, after converting this whole information to vector, later if any editing process is there, we can do with this point, line, and polygon. Suppose I want to delete the point, I can delete. If I want to add more points, I can add the more points. If I want to add more lines, I can add more lines. Because data is converted to a soft copy now. If it is converted to soft copy, it is easy to do the editing and analysis part. Okay. So I hope you understood how to do the digitization process in QGIS and what is digitization. Generally, in general terms, digitization is the process of converting analog information or paper information to the digital format. And if we want to do the digitization in the QGIS or any GIS software, first thing what we have to do is we have to add the raster. So raster will be the input file. So that raster image itself is converted to vector with the help of point, line, and polygon. The whole information is converted to point, line, and polygon. So in Google Map, you will be seeing the two views. One is the satellite view, and another one is the map view. So satellite view is the raster, and the vector is the map. So this is how we do digitization. So this is a very basic information about the digitization. Later editing and all, preparing the layout, adding the legend, adding the non-spatial information, or you can just create the if you want to do spatial analysis or any kind of analysis, we can do with the help of this vector file only. It is possible with the vector file only, because once the data is converted to the vector information, once the data is converted to the soft copy, then only the editing and the processing is possible with the vector data. So these are the references you can just go through to find out the more content about it. And when reading the book, always I refer this book for GIS and remote sensing. Whatever information, you can just go through the 4th edition of this book and just find out the more information about it. Later, if you want to know more information, you can just go through this links to get the more information about it. Okay. So a GIS Chang book is there for the software information if you want to know how it is done, basically how the raster and vector is created. That all information you can just go through this Chang book from the PMH publication and publication. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.